So what is fingerstyle exactly?
Well, obviously using all your fingers, but it's a particular style. It's based on stride piano. There was a guy named I've forgotten his name. Anyway, they started playing a piano in a style that was almost honky tonk. You know, where you've got the can someone turn this on? Mm-hmm. There it is. Okay, I can't really hear it. So the left hand on the piano does that.
Mm-hmm.
Boom, boom, boom. The left hand, right, and then the right
plays
hand plays all the melodies. So you got like there.
Oh.
You turn up a bit more. A bit more. So it's kind of like totally self-contained style, you know, and you can do things like that. Once I worked out the technique of it, I then set about to try to create ideas and be able to play two separate parts. Like, for instance, in the Beatles' Lady Madonna, there's a riff, right?
Yeah.
And there's a melody. So it's playing the two parts at the same time.
With one hand.
With one hand.
Yeah, so your thumb plays the left hand on the piano, and
Exactly.
then the rest of your fingers play the right hand.
You got it.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and it's a very self-contained style, so you can, you can turn that up. That'd be good. Thank you very much. There you go. All right. Now I can hear it. That's good.
So how long have you been playing that way?
Since about 1962.
Ooh.
So it's a long time.
50 years.
50-something years, yeah. I started out as a rhythm guitar player for my brother. There was a band in Australia, a band from England called The Shadows, and their music was really wonderful, and it was very popular in Australia. So the rhythm guitar player played all the backing part, and then the lead player played over the top. The thing is that there was a bass guitar on those records, of course, and I didn't know much about that, so I learned both parts. That's what I worked out from listening to the record. So you've got the rhythm player going, and the bass player going, and I worked out.
So what normally takes two instruments, you play with one instrument.
One, and it was what I call a happy accident.
Yeah.
You know, because I worked out how to do that, thinking that was what I was hearing. And then, of course, years later, when I first saw a band play live, there was a bass player, and I went, what's that guy? You know?
Well, I hear that you can actually be alone and produce the same kind of sound that would be produced by a whole band.
Well, it's just a matter of how big and loud you want it to be, you know. I also play kind of percussively.
Yeah, percussively.
And so that helps me to sound a little bigger than life, you know.
How do you do that?
Well, you play the tune. Say, for instance, you get the bass part going like this. Then you add like a drum beat there.
Oh.
Then you add rhythm.
Oh.
Then melody. Something like that.
You're a one-man quartet.
Well, you know, think of the money I'm saving up here.
Must be saving a lot of money. How would you describe the genre of music you play?
Well, it's melody-based music. It's hard to describe because there are elements of jazz, elements of rock and roll, There's elements of country. There's
right.
elements of classical. There's a bit of everything in my playing. And as a writer, I try to write melody that sticks in your head, stuff like that.
You write the melody first?
Usually I get the whole idea at once.
Really?
You know, yeah, I usually get everything at the same time.
The whole quartet going
The
at
whole
once.
quartet, yeah. Well, like for instance, here's a classic example. I was watching a James Bond movie called Moonraker one night, and I heard this chord, and it moved me great. I thought, what a beautiful sound. You know?
Just one chord.
One chord. That's all it took. I switched off the TV immediately, went looking for that chord. And I thought, how can I steal that idea? So I came up with this. Then I wrote this melody.
Playing that, I think we're going to need to kind of phase out of this half hour. We'll be back with more from Tommy Emmanuel in just a bit.
Don't go away.